Nate, it's already 7. Don't tell me that you're still working.
No, work is over. I'm on my way home right now.
Well then, what are you doing? Where are you? If you're done working, just hurry up and get home already. I need a break from the kids, so hurry up.
I'm really sorry, Tracy. I just had to stop by the computer store. But I'm in my car now and I'm headed home.
And just what are you doing stopping at stores on your way home? You know that when you get home, you need to take the kids off of my hands. You can't just make up excuses to come home later so that you don't have to watch the kids, Nate.
But that's not what I was doing! I really was having problems with my laptop, so I just stopped into the store to have it looked at. I told you that I was going to be doing this when I left this morning, remember?
I don't remember anything because I'm never ever getting enough sleep these days. You should have waited until this afternoon to tell me that I might have actually remembered.
Okay then, I understand. I'm really sorry for the mix-up, and from now on, I'll wait until the afternoon to let you know of my evening plans. But I'm already on my way home now, and I shouldn't be more than half an hour getting there.
Well, I'm tired and fed up for the day, so I don't feel like cooking. If you want dinner, you can make something yourself.
That's fair. I'm sorry to be running so late, and I'm sorry that you're so tired. I guess I'll just stop somewhere on the way home to pick up something.
Are you seriously going to make another stop on the way home just to feed yourself? I can't believe you're going to make me wait even longer here with the kids. What is the matter with you?
You're right. I'm really sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll just hurry home and make something for myself once I'm there.
I can't believe you need me to point out something like that in the first place.
I know. I really am sorry. I just sent that message without really thinking.
That much is obvious. I just told you that I need you home now, and you start talking about making even more stops before you get here. Do you even care about how stressed I am? Do you even realize how hard I work every day raising the kids?
Tracy, I love and appreciate all that you do for all of us so much. I promise that once I get home, I'll take the kids off your hands, and if you want to go rest, I'll have no problem with that. And since I have the next couple days off, maybe you could take that time to plan a little vacation for yourself.
I don't need you to try and kiss up to me with petty little offers like that. I know that you think you're being sweet, but all of it really does is tick me off.
Okay, Tracy. I'm really sorry about that.
And you need to stop thinking that you can just solve all of our problems by saying that you're sorry. Do you think that's all I want to hear from you? You sound like a broken record.
I understand. I'll be more careful in the future.
I mean, do you think that I want to be telling you all of this stuff? Do you think I want to be mad at you? The fact is that I'm holed up in the house all day, basically working around the clock. At least you can get out of the house and refresh yourself with your work before coming home.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm exactly feeling refreshed after a long day at the office.
So what? You're saying that you think I have it so much easier just because I'm a stay-at-home mom?
That isn't what I'm saying at all. I'm sorry. I don't want you to be upset anymore. I'm really sorry that I'm going home late tonight. I won't let it happen again.
Whatever. Just hurry up and get home already. Talking to you is just making me more upset. In fact, nobody gets me mad like you do. Hey, Nate, I just wanted to apologize for the way that I was acting yesterday.
What do you mean, Tracy?
I just mean that I shouldn't have said all that I did last night. I mean, I know that you're not trying to do anything wrong, but I took out my frustration on you anyways.
No, you were right to be upset, and I was coming home later than I promised you.
But I said so much horrible things to you, even though I know that you do care about this family and that you do put in work. Not as much as I do, of course, but still.
I know. I'm really sorry the only times it feels like I get to spend with the kids are after work and on the weekends. You put up with a lot, and I know that you look forward to getting to take a break when I get home.
I know, but I didn't need to get so upset with you just for making a stop on the way home. I guess I just been feeling so angry and stressed lately. I just want you to know that I didn't mean to act the way I was acting yesterday.
Okay then, if that's how you feel. Thank you for your apology. It means a lot.
You really are a good husband, and I love you so much, Nate.
I love you too, Tracy. And I'm sorry that you've been feeling too stressed out lately.
I think it's just that now that our kid can walk on his own, I'm always worried that he's going to get into trouble or hurt himself. I just can't afford to take my eyes off of him.
Oh, I see. So things have gotten more intense now that he can move by himself. I get that would be stressful to deal with every day.
That, and I'm just always worried if I'm doing enough to make sure that he grows up healthy. I don't want to push him too much, but I don't want him to be slow to develop.
Are you talking about him learning how to talk or something like that?
Well, that's just it. Our child hasn't said a single word yet. I would have thought that he at least would be able to communicate a little better by this point.
I think he's going to be okay. It's just like the doctor told us. Kids develop at different rates, and that's okay.
I know. But you can see why I'd still be worried about all of this, right?
I understand. But as far as learning to walk and move around, I think he's more or less on a schedule for his age. But even if he wasn't, I don't think anyone would be to blame for it. I just think that he's doing things in his own time.
I know what you're trying to say, but I still just feel really nervous about all of this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking all of this. But what if I'm not doing enough to be a good mother to him? Maybe we should have never even had any kids in the first place.
Tracy, please. I know that you put your heart and soul into raising our son. You're not overthinking, but I think you just need to give these things time.
I know, but how much time until we've given him too much time and nothing's changed? I'm sorry, I can't help how I feel. And when I start to feel like this, I get angry and then always end up taking it out on you.
Tracy, you seem really exhausted with all of this.
I don't know. Maybe I just need a mental break or something. Maybe it's just a little too much for me right now. I just feel like I can't even control my emotions anymore. But I don't know what I can do.
It's okay. I know that you don't mean what you say when you get upset.
But what if it stops just being words and I end up hitting you or something? I would never forgive myself if I did that. Or worse yet, what if I lost my temper with our kid and did something horrible? That would be the worst outcome.
But I don't think we need to worry about you doing any of that. You're a very strong woman, and I don't think you're going to snap just like that. But I see now that we need to come up with a way to relieve some of the stress you're carrying.
I think so too, but I don't know what we could do. Maybe I could spend some time with my parents, away from the house for a little bit.
You mean that you'd think it'd help to have some time to yourself?
I think so, yes. But I know that isn't fair to you, Nate.
Well, just how long would you want to be away from us all?
I'm not sure. Maybe a month at the most? Would that be okay?
If you think that's what it's going to take to recenter yourself, then I think that's just fine.
You really mean it? I'm not asking too much?
If anything, maybe I've been the one asking too much from you. I'm just glad you told me all of this before anything bad really did happen.
And you're sure that you're going to be okay looking after the kid?
I think that the two of us are going to be just fine. But if I ever feel like it's becoming too much, I'll reach out to my parents for a little help. So things are going to be totally fine here. You just worry about getting the rest that you need.
Oh, Nate, thank you so much. I'm so sorry to have to do this to you.
Tracy, I'm the one who's sorry for not noticing how much you were putting yourself through with all of this until now. You go home to your parents and rest up, okay?
I will. I'll take the time I need to feel better. And when I come back, I'm going to be an amazing mother.
Hey, Megan, are you there? I see I have a couple of missed calls from you. Sorry, I was sleeping and didn't see them until now. Is everything okay?
Oh, wait, you're sleeping? It's almost noon.
Yeah, I know. But I was up really late last night trying to put George to bed, and I didn't get much sleep the night before either.
You mean that he's still crying every night?
It's really weird, actually. When he was a newborn, he never used to cry at night when it was bedtime. But after he turned 1, he started crying every night non-stop. I couldn't get him to go to sleep until around 5 in the morning.
Oh, well, that explains why you were sleeping until now. That must be a lot to deal with on your own.
Well, my mom comes over every now and then to help out, and that really does help a lot.
Well, that's good. But I still can't believe that Tracy is making you do all of this by yourself. I think it's really mean of her to do so, actually.
No, she isn't doing this for any bad reason. She was just really stressed from taking care of George all the time, and she needed to take some time for herself at her parents' place.
That's what you told me, but don't you think you're being a bit too soft on her?
I don't think that at all. I think that she's put in a lot of work and deserves to take a break.
But while she was taking care of the kid, you were working, and then you would take over watching George after you got home. It sounds to me like the person who didn't have any time for themselves all day was really you.
Well, I wasn't just going to help my Tracy raise our children together.
Sure, but do you raise them together? From my understanding, when you get home, Tracy goes into her room to rest for the night. It sounds to me like she puts everything on you the moment you walk through that door. It just doesn't seem fair to me is all.
Well, I guess all couples do things differently then. But if taking on all this now means that Tracy will be more prepared in the future, then I don't see a problem with any of this. I can handle this. I know it.
Well, that's not what Mom was telling me. She told me that the last time she went over to your place, you looked as if you were about to pass out while standing.
I just need to make it through this month, just until Tracy comes back. I know that everything is going to be worth it after that. We're going to do things together after that.
Nate, you really need to open your eyes to what's happening. You're working hard for nothing. You have to leave your wife.
Wait, what? Megan, you can't be serious about that.
Why can't you see that Tracy is just using you? She's not good enough for you, Nate.
Just where is all this coming from? I don't understand why you feel the need to insult Tracy like this.
You would if you knew the type of person your wife really is.
And so you're telling me that you know Tracy better than I do?
Okay, I guess I'll just have to come out and say it. Tracy is not the woman that you think she is. She is nothing but a liar who made up feeling bad so that she could take advantage of your kindness and sleep around on you.
What? You think that Tracy is cheating on me? Is this supposed to be some kind of joke? It's not funny.
I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're my little brother, and you should know the truth. And think, would I lie to you about something like this? Haven't I always been there for you?
Well, do you have any proof for any of this?
I don't have any proof, except what I heard from the cheater himself.
Wait, you mean that Tracy told you she was cheating on me?
I'm not talking about Tracy. I'm talking about the guy she's seeing. And that's because she happens to be cheating on you with an acquaintance of mine. I don't really know him all too well myself, but he's a friend of a friend who we met when we've all gone out together.
And this guy said that he was having an affair with Tracy to you?
Well, he didn't say that he was having an affair, but one night, he was telling everyone at the table about this girl he was seeing. And when we asked to see pictures of her, she looked just like Tracy.
But isn't it possible it's just someone who looks a lot like her?
Maybe, but he said her name was Tracy, that she was as old as Tracy, and she had gone to the same school as Tracy. So I think the chances of a coincidence that large are quite slim.
I don't believe it. There's no way that she would cheat on me. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, why don't you go and ask her yourself if you think I'm not telling the truth? Tracy, when are you finally going to give this a rest?
Oh, Megan, what a surprise hearing from you. Why do I need to give a rest?
I meant that you need to stop letting my brother raise your child while you run around cheating on him.
Wait, cheating? What are you talking about, Megan?
You can drop the act, you know. I know that you're cheating on Nate with a man named Jack Brown. He happens to be an acquaintance of mine. And the last time I saw him, he was telling us all about his new girlfriend, who just so happens to share your name and face.
But I don't know anyone named Jack Brown.
Just give it up already. He's already shown me pictures of the two of you together. There's no point in hiding any of this anymore.
Okay, wait, just please don't tell anyone about this. Especially not Nate.
Are you serious? Of course I'm gonna tell my little brother about this.
Well, if you keep my secret, I'll keep yours. You remember last Thanksgiving? I heard you complaining about your husband's family. You wouldn't want him finding out what you said about them, would you?
The fact that you're trying to threaten me tells me all that I need to know about you.
Look, just please don't tell anyone. I don't want this to turn into some big fight.
You still haven't tried denying the affair ever since I mentioned seeing pictures of you and Jack.
Tracy, this is Nate. I guess what Megan was trying to tell me was true after all.
Wait, Nate? You're with Megan right now?
You've been cheating on me this whole time, haven't you? You never went to go rest with your parents. You've just been sleeping around with your boyfriend. And to think that it's someone my sister knows too.
Wait, no, Nate, you don't understand. This is all just one big mistake, but I'm really not cheating on you.
I don't want to hear it, Tracy. You all but admitted it just now. Were you also cheating on me the weekends that I agreed to watch over the kids?
Please, can't we just talk about this in person?
Just tell me the truth. Say that you were cheating on me. Tell me that you were using me to watch the kids so you can go run around behind my back.
No, Nate, I really was getting stressed out from little George. And then I guess my stress just came out in the form of me having an affair.
Was that excuse of yours supposed to make me feel better? You lied to me and tricked me, and nothing is going to change that.
But I really am sorry. I didn't know what I was doing.
And you think that I should just accept that and forgive you for everything? No. You and Jack are both going to pay for this.
What's gotten into you, Nate? Normally you're so kind and sweet.
I was kind and sweet when I thought I was doing what I needed to do to help my wife. But now I realize I was just being lied to and used this whole time.
It isn't like that, though. I really do love you, Nate.
Well, you've got a funny way of showing it. And it's not just me that you've affected. My parents have also been putting in tireless effort to help me with George. You are going to pay for this. After that, Megan and I called Tracy's parents and had them help us track her down and bring her and Jack to our parents' house for a little chat. Jack was the first to break and give us all the details of his and Tracy's affair, while Tracy could only sit there in silence. The divorce went smoothly after that, and I made sure to take complete custody of George. It's tough as a single father, but I'm glad that I have my sister and parents by my side to help.
Hey, Tyler, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that the hospital let me out. You know, now that I'm done giving birth to our children and all.
Oh, really? I didn't know they were going to be letting you out today. I thought I would have a little bit more time to myself.
Well, I am out of the hospital today. They tell me that I've recovered and there's no point in being here anymore.
Darn. I really did think that they were going to keep you there for just a little bit longer.
Tyler, we talked about this. Before I went into the hospital, you asked me about how long I thought I would be in there, remember? I told you that in most cases they tend to not keep mothers and their babies there at the hospital for more than a week. But more important than that, you said you were going to come and pick me up and take me home. Don't tell me you forgot.
Oh, darn, I guess I did say something like that, didn't I?
Tyler, what is the matter with you? You really need to pull yourself together. I mean, you're a father now, don't you realize that? Not only that, but you're a father to twins. I know that this is the first time for us both being parents, but this right now is not giving me a lot of hope for the future. You've got to pull yourself together.
Why don't you just settle down there, okay? I'm sure that you're not supposed to be getting all uppity like that right after you've had a child, right? That can't be good for you.
Excuse me? Who do you think you are talking to me like that when you're the one who forgot to come pick up your wife and 2 children?
Yeah, I guess you might have a point there.
Ugh, I literally can't even with you sometimes, Tyler. Well, can you at least tell me where you are right now? Are you at home? Are you still at work? Where are you?
Sorry, I'm just a little busy right now, and I don't think I'm going to be able to come and get you all. Maybe just call a cab or something?
What do you mean you're busy? You're too busy to come and pick up your wife and meet your 2 children for the first time ever? What could you possibly be so busy with that you can't come and get us? And just where are you anyways?
I'm actually in Hawaii right now.
What do you mean you're in Hawaii? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Why are you over there?
Well, because I'm traveling around with an old friend of mine. That's why.
What do you mean an old friend? Who on earth could you be with right now? Unless you're not talking about your childhood neighbor. What's her name? Danny?
You guessed it. I'm with Danny right now. She actually moved kind of nearby recently because of a promotion she got in her job, and we reconnected around then.
Well, is there anyone else that the 2 of you are there with right now?
Not at all. It's just the 2 of us together right now.
Hold on a second. So you're telling me that you've abandoned your wife and newborn children so that you could go on some island getaway with your old friend? How could you do this to us? What's the matter with you, Tyler? This is just unacceptable.
You really are reading way too much into this. Why do you always freak out over the smallest things, huh? Besides, you want to talk about being worried for the future when you're talking to me like this? How am I supposed to feel good about you as the mother of our children when you're telling me that you can't even take care of 2 kids on your own?
Are you kidding me right now? You're telling me that I'm not doing enough for us right now?
I mean that I've been talking to Danny a lot about becoming parents, and she had plenty to tell me about having twins. She told me that even though they're born on the same day, it's basically the same as having 2 kids over the course of a few years. You always said you wanted to have 2 kids, and now you have them. So if you really meant what you said, then I don't see why having twins and taking care of them by yourself would really be that much of a big deal. Besides, they're twins. They have a special bond between them that probably makes it even easier than just raising 1 kid would be.
What on earth are you talking about? Do you really think that any of that is true? You can't be serious, right?
I'm just saying that I don't think you should be crying about how you can't do things when you haven't even given it a shot.
It's not that I'm saying I can't do it. It's that you're their father and my husband, and I want you here to help me.
Oh, sorry. Danny is saying that it's time to go. I don't really have time to keep up this conversation anymore.
Tyler! You aren't just going to leave me like this, are you? You wouldn't dare.
I'm really sorry, Erica, but if you can't calm down and act like a responsible parent, then maybe you and I should get divorced.
What? A divorce? Right after we had our children? What is the matter with you?
I mean, it's only 2 little babies and you're acting like I'm asking you for some kind of impossible task or something. But I think that you should be really grateful to Danny and I for giving you this chance to get so much experience with raising children. So I just hope that this encourages you and that you can learn to get over yourself and do what's best for our family, okay? Anyways, I've got to go. Have a good time with the kids.
I should be grateful to you and Danny? Do you really think that I don't see what you're doing here, Tyler? But fine, I understand. You have a good trip. I'll have so much to tell you when you get back.
Hey, Danny, how are things going? Are you still getting your pedicure done?
No, I just finished a little bit ago, actually. Right now I'm just sitting in the hotel lobby, sipping on some coffee and just enjoying the lovely weather. But I'll be back up there soon, don't you worry.
Okay, sounds good to me. Thanks for letting me know.
But I thought I told you that I was going to go up to the room when I was done anyways, right? I'm just curious, was there a particular reason why you reached to me like this when you knew I wouldn't be much longer?
Well, actually, I got a message from my wife. Apparently, she was let out of the hospital today.
Oh, really? I see. Is that it? What do you want me to do about it?
No, it's no big deal or anything. I just wanted to let you know that I told Erica about the things that you were telling me. Like how twins are basically just like skipping ahead to having 2 kids, and how this is a good chance for Erica to gain some experience as a mother and all that.
I see. Well, I'm glad that I was able to be of some help to you, too. Anyways, I'm just about ready to head back up to the room. I can't wait for you to see all the work that I ended up having done at the salon. I promise to give you a good look at it all.
Oh, wow, I can't wait. I'll get the room ready for you then. You go ahead and do that, Danny, because after I go up, I'm not going to want to leave the room until the next morning. So get ready.
Oh, wow. I can't wait for that. See you in a bit then.
Hey, Erica, are you there? What the heck is going on here? I got back home today. I'm standing in front of our house, but my key doesn't seem to work on the lock. What's this about?
Oh, you're finally back from your trip? Well, let me be the first to say welcome back, Tyler. But I'm afraid that I don't live in that apartment any longer.
What are you talking about? You moved somewhere new?
Well, I just mean that I lived in that apartment even before you and I were together, and when you moved in, it was already pretty cramped. But now that I have these twins to hurry about, I just figured that it was time that I moved somewhere bigger, somewhere I could raise a family. So I canceled our lease and moved into the place where I'm at now.
Oh, I see. But could you at least tell me where it is that you moved to?
You want me to tell you the address of the new place where I'm living? Nah, I'm okay, thanks.
But I don't understand. Why wouldn't you want me to know where it is that you're living right now?
Well, I guess I'm just still trying to take advantage of the chance you gave me to learn how to be a good mother to these twins. In fact, I don't think that we should see each other at all until I've really gotten the hang of this.
But wait. When will that be? Because you're making it sound like it's going to be a really long time.
Oops, one of the twins started crying. I've got to go now, but it's been nice catching up.
Just 1 second. I haven't even seen my children once, and now you're telling me I'll have to meet them? And now you're telling me I'll have to wait even longer to meet them? Come on, just tell me where you're living now. Where am I supposed to go if you got rid of our apartment?
What is the matter with you, Tyler? Why did you just show up to my place completely unannounced?
Danny, finally. I was wondering when you were going to text me. Who was that guy I saw you with? What were the two of you doing together?
You know that I live with my husband, Tyler. Don't play dumb. I thought I told you that you were never, ever to come over to my house except the days that I tell you he's not going to be there.
Wait, so that guy was your husband then?
Of course he is. Or was. I don't know anymore, thanks to you, now that he knows about the affair. Do you have any idea what you've cost me? Here I was, thinking that I finally settled things with a man who was in line to be the next president of his company. But now you might have ruined this for me.
Don't go blaming that on me. How was I supposed to know any of that? Besides, I don't even have a place to go back home to. That's why I had to go to your house.
Well, there is no place for you here, so just go away and leave me alone for a bit.
But I'm telling you that I don't have anywhere that I could even go back to. And my parents live on the other side of the country, so I can't even go to them for help either. I don't have anywhere I can go.
Well then, go rent a room at a hotel or something, and then tomorrow you can go fly away to be with your parents. But just know that if my marriage gets ruined because of this, you're going to be in big, big trouble.
Erica, are you there? Please, you have to get back to me right away. Did you tell my parents that I was having an affair with Danny?
Sorry, what are you going on about now, Tyler?
Now you listen to me. Thanks to you canceling the lease on your apartment, I didn't have anywhere that I could go home to. So I bought a plane ticket to go and try to stay with my parents, but When I got there, both of them were furious with me, and my mom even slapped me in the face. Not only that, but even my little brother was shoving me around because he was so upset. Then my dad walked up to me, told me that they were going to take me out of their will, and then kick me out of their house.
Oh, wow. Well, it sounds to me like you've found yourself in quite the mess, haven't you?
What is that supposed to mean? Did you have something to do with this? I knew that you did.
Before we get into that can of worms, you should know that both your parents came to my parents' house to apologize to me.
My parents visited you? Just to apologize?
That's right. They did all of this about 2 days ago. I think they might have felt compelled to do so after I showed them all the information my private detective had on you. Then I told them about how I was going to divorce you because of what he found, and well, I guess you know the rest.
You hired someone to follow and collect information on me? Why would you do that?
Now why do people hire PIs to follow their spouses? Let's think about that, shall we?
You mean you knew about Danny and I?
Knew about you two? Oh, please, you hardly even bothered trying to hide it from me. The PI ended up giving me a discounted rate by the time he finished all his work. He said you made it too easy for him and that he felt bad charging me the full price. But anyways, since I have all this evidence, it isn't going to be hard at all to sue the two of you for your affair.
Okay, let's just calm down a little bit here, Erica. I mean, you don't really want to sue us, right? You wouldn't dare. Please, I thought that it was really going to be easy for you to raise those kids. I never thought that you were going to divorce me over this.
Do you really think I was ever buying any of that nonsense that you were trying to sell me?
What do you mean by that?
I mean about you saying that having twins is fine for people who wanted 2 kids in the first place because it's just like a shortcut to having them. Or that because of the bonds twins have, that it might even be easier than raising a single baby on my own? You think I was listening to any of that garbage that you were trying to justify your own actions with?
What do you mean? I really thought it was all true. I mean, that's what Danny told me was true anyways.
And just what in the world does she even know about having twins? And how are you trying to get out of being there for your children while putting it all on me? You're a pathetic excuse for a father and a husband. Do you know that?
You don't really mean that, do you? Please. I had no idea that you were going to get so upset over this.
Oh, I am way past being upset about this. But right now, the only thing that I want from you is your signature on our divorce papers.
Divorce? Please, you can't really mean that, right? I mean, you were just going on about how difficult it's going to be to raise twins on your own. How are you going to raise our kids if I'm not there to help you?
No, please. It's clear to me now that I would never ever be able to count on you in the first place.
But I'm their father. How can you say that?
Oh, so now you want to be a father to your children? It sure didn't seem that way when I was in labor. You were busy running away to Hawaii to cheat on me while I did all the hard work. And I'm sure you do the same thing over and over again.
Of course I wouldn't. Don't you see that I'm trying to fix things right now? I want to be there for you and the kids now.
Well, you can explain your side of the story to my lawyer, because I'm done with this.
I mean, you really already hired a lawyer for all of this?
Of course I did. Not to mention that I sent all of your things from my apartment to Danny's address.
You did what?
Well, it sounds to me like since your parents don't want you around, she's all you have left. Anyways, after I sue the both of you, I don't really care what happens to either of you. So have a nice life, Tyler. In the end, all of Tyler's things were delivered to Danny's house, and her already suspicious husband had all the proof he needed that something was up. I reached out to him in secret and shared the files my PI had gathered, and then he knew the whole truth. We both decided to sue Tyler and Danny for their affairs behind our backs, and we both got a big payout for all their dishonesty. I also made sure that Tyler would have to pay child support for both our children until they became adults. After her divorce, I'm not sure what happened to Danny. I heard that she tried to move back in with her parents, but that they had already heard about how she cheated. Like Tyler's family, they berated her with disappointment and finally kicked her out of the house forever. Tyler, meanwhile, fell into so much debt after the lawsuit and divorce that he had to take on a second job to afford all his payments. I hear that with no place to go, he had to move into a tiny apartment where he lives all by himself. The only reminder I have that he exists at all are the checks I get in the mail monthly. After I moved out of my apartment, I ended up moving back in with my parents for the time being. I was so distraught just having the twins and losing my husband all in the same short span of time. But I was so lucky that they happily took me in. It's much easier to raise children when you have a support network of people willing to step up for you. I've already moved out, however, finding a job in an apartment large enough for my children and I to live in. But we still live close enough for me to ask my parents to babysit when I need them to. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.